Hello and welcome back. It is good to see your smiling faces today. Today's video is for anyone that's looking to improve their warm-ups and make them more effective. What we're talking about today is a dynamic warm-up. A dynamic warm-up is where we're going to be using motion of our body to improve not only to increase our body's core temperature and get ready for the workout, but also to test and improve the range of motion in the things that we're going to use in the workout. So I've got two dynamic warm-ups to share with you today, just as an example. One for the legs, one for the shoulders, and or the arms or the shoulders. And let's talk about how we're going to do this. So the body has something called a stretch reflex. Your dynamic warm-up that you perform is basically going to take the joint. Let's do a leg swing. And you're going to come to where you feel a little bit of tension. But before you really stretch into that tension and feel a great deal of tension, I want you to quickly pull that leg back. So what we're talking about is coming up and then quickly pulling that leg back when we get to where we're feeling just a little bit of tension. As we do multiple repetitions and that body starts to sense that, hey, maybe I don't have to have that strong stretch reflex, I can get further and further into that swing each time, feeling just a little bit of tension and quickly pulling that body back. So that's a way to do a dynamic warm-up for the hips and avoid that stretch reflex and get the most benefit out of that dynamic warm-up. Not only making the body core temperature rise, taking the hips through a range of motion, but being able to do it effectively and while avoiding that stretch reflex. Each one of those things, each one of those swings improves that range of motion a little bit more. How about the shoulders? Let's take a workout that involves some presses overhead. So we want to get the shoulders ready for that position overhead. And let's say the workout also has some pushing movement in it as well. And so we want to be able to have those shoulders be in a good position in the bottom of our push-up or our pushing bench press or our prowler push or something like that. So the range of motion that we're looking at on one side is going to be this overhead position as well as this bottom position of our push-up or the dip position. So what we can do for our dynamic warm-up here is very simple. We can take one arm overhead and one arm back behind this way. I'm going to feel a little bit of tension in these positions, and then I could switch positions and I could feel that stretch also in same thing going the other way. That's going to be where my current end range is my working range is right now, but I want to improve that in this warm-up. So what I'm going to do with my dynamic warm-up is I'm going to come up, just touch that resistance and switch positions. So up and pulling the arms back, switching, 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 and each time going for a little bit more. And that's how we can make a dynamic warm-up much more effective. Not only warming up again the core temperature of the body, taking the joints through the range of motion we're going to use, but using that motion to improve the range of motion effectively. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for checking in. We got much more coming for you. See you again tomorrow.